A battle between Cougars to open up a brand new season. Grayson County had that on Tuesday, a 1-0 win, or a 1-0 opening up the year against Breckenridge County, 69-66. Today, though, the attention turns to another Cougar in Bullitt Central. These two teams have played 6 times in their history, but today we bring another opportunity for Grayson to move to 2-0. And a good evening and welcome here to Shepherdsville, Kentucky and Bullitt Central High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar basketball on K105. Sam Gormley here with you. We're a little early today as the JV game went through pretty quick, so we are ready to roll here between Grayson County and Bullitt Central. These two teams played last season in Litchfield, and it was Grayson County that won 60-47, but this Bullitt Central team returns a lot from last year. They're more experienced. They can really shoot. Grayson County on the other side, coming off of a big win. They picked up the win against Breckenridge County on Tuesday, 69-66, a game that they outscored the Tigers late to pick up the victory. Coming up on our locker room show, we'll introduce you to both the Cougars and the Cougars. We'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones, Travis Johnston, and more as this comes up right here in the locker room show on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Welcome back here to Bullitt Central High School, where Grayson County and Bullitt Central are just about 20 minutes away from getting underway here in this matchup. Bullitt Central, this is their first game of the season, as they haven't played earlier in the week. They played a couple of scrimmages, but because of that, this Grayson County team is looking at them with some questions. Some players return, and you know what they can do, but they got some new faces as well, and it'll be interesting for Travis Johnston, the head coach of Grayson County, to almost have to scout on the fly in facing a Bullitt Central team that is yet to play the real game on the year. That's the one pro that Grayson County had in their first game of the season, going up against a team that, while Breckenridge County was their first game of the season, both of those teams know each other so well and know what the other one can do, because all the kids know one another and so on. They've been coaching against one another for years, so it's a little bit different. Now, this Bullitt Central team did technically play in matchups that Grayson County was involved in 4 times last year. There was the matchup in Litchfield back on the 1st of December. Grayson County won 60-47, and then Bullitt Central competed in the Owensboro Health Holiday Classic that was played after Christmas at Grayson County last year. Grayson didn't play them in those 3 games, as Bullitt Central, if my memory's right, I think they played Nicholas County, Glasgow, and Davis County in their 3 games. They went 0-3 in those, but had some close matchups in there as well. They're coached by Shane Popplewell. He's in his 7th season, 69-85 overall. Leading returning player is Ryan Brown. He's 6'3", but he can also step out and really shoot it. He averaged just under 11 points per game and 8 rebounds. The freshman, A.J. Lee, you might remember that name from the gridiron in football. He averaged 7.4 points and 1.5 rebounds per game. And then Ethan Hennig, the guard, 7.9 points, 1.7 rebounds. And you also have to keep an eye on the driver, Dominic Lexo. He's a great driver, and he can get downhill and get to the basket. Very, very quick guard. He averaged 3.2 points and 1 rebound a game a season ago. Grayson County had that big win against Breckenridge County. We'll take a break, introduce you to them after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors, helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes, we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County picked up the win to open up the year 1-0 against Breckenridge County on Tuesday. By that final score of 69-66. If you watch the game, it was wildly entertaining on Tuesday. One of the better opening up games of the season, you're going to tell, as both teams ran the ball a lot. And I think you're going to be seeing a lot of the same thing today. Spencer Langdon in that game came away with a career-high 20 points against Breckenridge County. And then Jack Longston, he also had 20. All 20 of those came in the second half. And of those 20, 15 even came in the fourth quarter and helping to lead Grayson County to the huge win. He scored 15 of Grayson County's 20 points in the fourth quarter to lead Grayson County to that 3-point victory. Now, if you want a downside to Grayson in that game, 12 of 23 from the charity stripe. And that's not going to get it done long term. There's no question about that. Just over 50%. It's going to be something they're going to have to improve on. And then the other thing that really stood out is they were out-rebounded by over 15 in that game against Breckenridge County. Another thing that is going to have to get better if this Grayson County team wants to be mentioned among the top teams in the region once this season goes along later in the year. The other players you'll need to know for Grayson County, Landon Haycraft, he came away with a big game. The junior had 7 rebounds in the game against Breckenridge County and 5 points. He didn't necessarily shoot the ball great, but really as a whole, Grayson County didn't shoot great. They were a better shooting team than they showed on Tuesday and still scored 69 points in the game and left a lot of points on the floor with that. But Haycraft had 7 rebounds. I mean, the junior averaged only 1.8 last year. He might be one of the smaller players in stature, but he's a really, really talented rebounder. He knows how to use his body, and he's not afraid to go up and grab rebounds for it. You saw Kate Hanshaw come off the bench. The stat line might not pop out at you with 2 points, 5 rebounds, but he still played extremely well in that one. Then the guy that I think Travis Johnston is looking for a little more from today, and even probably this player would admit that he can play even better, is Brody Armstrong. Still 3 points, 5 rebounds, 1 of 8 shooting in that game. So I'm excited to see the bounce-back game from Brody Armstrong, because you saw him in the scrimmages, you saw him in the summers. He's poised for a breakout year right now and being one of the players that people will talk about in the region when you're talking about the guys that, they know Grayson County has Logston. You know you have Hanshaw. You know you have Langdon. I think Armstrong's trying to make sure that he's mentioned in that conversation as well as it goes along on this season. Grayson County's assistant coaches are Brian Hill, Brett Johnston, Daryl Meredith, Ethan Meredith, and Mason Galloway. And the head coach is Travis Johnston. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Wormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, you had the chance to go back and watch the game on Tuesday against Breckinridge County. What did you see that you maybe didn't see live?
We didn't play as fast as we needed to at the start of the fourth quarter, and I think part of that was foul trouble. Jack had 4 going into the fourth. Caden had 3. Gage and Brody both had 3. So I think it was something that we need to look at. First off, we need to stop fouling so much, and then we need to make sure that our pressure is continuing the entire game, because that's when Breck made their run, was whenever we kind of backed off a little bit. So we got to keep the pressure going, and then of course we got to rebound. The rebounding was as bad as what we thought it was, and we spent a lot of time working on rebounding yesterday. So hopefully they understand the focus, and we know we're going to give up some, but we can't give up as many as we did to Brett County.
If I was good at my job, I would have been able to pick up Tuesday after the game that Spencer had a career-high 20 points. I can't count, so I had him as only as 17, but he ended up hitting 20. How has he improved since last season?
He's, a lot of people want to compare him to like Keegan Sharp, since it was like the last real good three-point shooter we have, but he can put it on the floor and score. He scores it at 10 to 15 feet better than anybody we have, aside from maybe Jack. But he's able to put the ball on the floor. He's got a jump shot, floater. He can attack the rim. He got stronger, especially in his legs, and he's just getting more comfortable. And he's still a freshman, and he's a true freshman, and he has a lot of room to improve. But he can score at all three levels, and he's getting a lot more comfortable doing that.
One of your leading rebounder in that game was one of your smaller players really on the floor, Landon Haycraft. What's that say about him?
Just toughness, just a will to go get it. Rebounding is as much a skill, athleticism as it is a mindset. It's I want to go get the ball. You're not going to stop me from getting the ball, or I'm going to stop you from getting it. And he just has that mindset and toughness that we have a little bit as a team, but they all could take something away from him because our three best rebounders probably lately have been Landon, Kyle, and Chase, and those are three of our smallest guys on our team. Or Chase definitely is the smallest guy on there. But they're tough and they're not going to say no, and they're going to go get the ball. So we got to get our other guys more aggressive and saying that ball's mine, and I don't care if anybody else gets it, that I'm going to go get it.
You only played Bullitt Central once last season, but you ran into them quite a few times as they came and played at your holiday tournament there after Christmas. How have they improved since last season?
It's hard to tell because they haven't played. We've seen a little bit of one scrimmage. But they play faster and they got a lot of shooters. Last year we played them early in the year, and they moved the ball a lot better than what I would have anticipated them doing. And their 5-out is good, and this year it seems like they have more shooters than they had last year. So we have to be good at knowing who to guard and who to close out, and then they got a big guy in there who's not necessarily a post player, but he's real strong and can rebound well. So they got a lot of good pieces in their experience. I think they start 4 seniors or something. So they know how to play and they've been around for a while. So hopefully that's not too much of a factor.
How do you pick up a win?
Rebound. I think if we rebound and limit them to second chance points, Brett County scored 66, and I would venture to say at least 50% was second chance points or free throws. So if we can keep them off the free throw line, stop fouling, and then finish possessions with only letting them have one shot, then we should be pretty good.
Good luck. More comes up in the locker room show after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience. We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bullitt Central, where Grayson County Cougars are about to take on the Cougars at Bullitt Central. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the home team, the Bullitt Central Cougars, senior number 0, Ethan Henning. He averaged 7.9 points per game last season. A.J. Lee is the freshman. He averaged 7.4 points a game last year. Senior number 5, Ryan Brown, averaged 10.7 points and led the team also at 8.3 rebounds a game. Senior guard number 11, Jordan Carnes, at 3.6 points and 2.4 rebounds a game. And Dominic Lexo Average 3.2 points and 1.1 rebounds a game. Once more, that lineup is Hennig, Lee, Brown, Carnes, and Lexo. Assistant coaches are Nathan Griffin and Hayden Sweat, and the head coach is Shane Popplewell. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the Grayson County Cougars, the record of 1-0. Freshman guard number 2, Spencer Langdon. He had 20 points last time out. Sophomore guard that'd be number 4, Gage Napier. Junior guard number 5, Landon Haycraft. Brody Armstrong is the sophomore forward. And then rounding out the starting lineup is Jack Logston. So once more, that starting lineup for Grayson County is Langdon, Napier, Haycraft, Armstrong, and Logston. That's the lineup for the Cougs. We're about ready to roll here between Grayson County and Bullitt Central. That comes up next on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Grayson County and Bullitt Central about ready to get underway here in this matchup. And it should be a great one as Grayson County 1-0, Bullitt Central 0-0. It's the first game of the season, and they'll be back here tomorrow night playing another third region foe in Meade County, which I'm excited about because I think you can kind of compare things if you're Grayson County with how you do tonight and how Meade County does tomorrow, and get you an idea of kind of where you stand. Meade County was the team that was picked 5th in the preseason third region media poll. Grayson County down in 8th. So you get the opportunity to kind of see where you are. I know it's not a perfect way to do it, but it's sometimes better than having absolutely nothing. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. We're starting about 15 minutes early here at Bullitt Central High School, and you will never hear me complain about that. Cougars picked up that win in the opening game of the season, 69-66. And it's a matchup between Cougars The 7th all-time matchup between these two teams. In fact, the first ever varsity game played by Grayson County High School in boys basketball was right here at Bullitt Central High School against the Cougars. It'll be Logston to jump against Brown, and the opening tip is controlled by Bullitt Central. They're going to start with a basketball working from right to left on your radio dial, and it's a kick out into the far corner. A three is up, and the three is buried in by Ryan Brown, and that's how Bullitt Central gets started. As Bullitt Central entered that, last year it was a tough season. We'll come back to that in a few minutes. Grayson County 69-66 winners against Breckenridge County in their first game of the season. Didn't shoot well. There's Brody Armstrong wide open on the right block. Napier feeds him, and Armstrong puts it in on the right side. It makes it 3-2. Grayson County setting up the full court pressure. Lexo breaks it across the far side, giving it off to Brown in that far corner. Brown can really shoot it. Outstretched, a deep three by A.J. Lee is a duck off the back of the iron. Jack Logston with a rebound for Grayson County. Cougars have numbers. Bounce past Napier. Transition layup. Right side. Good. Gage Napier lays it in. Grayson County on top 4-3 against Bullitt Central. The pressure is set up. As breaking the timeline is Jordan Carnes. He'll do a jump pass inside. A floater by Hennig is way too long, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Armstrong. It's going to stay Bullitt Central ball underneath their own basket 1 minute into the game. It is 4-3, Bullitt Central trailing Grayson County. This Bullitt Central team 5-25 missed the region tournament for the first time since 2017. Ironically enough, that was also the last time that Grayson County missed the region tournament. Jack Logston to steal up front, knocks it into the hands of Langdon. Langdon back to Logston. Logston down the left side, the layup's good. 6-0 run by Grayson County after the early three. And the Cougs are picking up right where they left off with running, and now another steal. Haycraft's got it at the half-court line. Off to Armstrong. Armstrong, bounce pass, left side, Langdon, shot's good. Timeout on the floor, taken by Bullitt Central. An 8-0 run by Grayson County, and they have an 8-3 lead with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living...
Makes it 8-3, Grayson County, 6 minutes and 35 seconds left here in this opening quarter. It's been the pressure that has led to points for Grayson. It's why you pressure, and Lee is trapped in the far corner. He breaks it with a bounce pass to Lexo, who then walks with it. Or actually, he allegedly steps out of bounds before he walked with it, and it doesn't really matter. It's going to be a turnover, and Grayson County will get the basketball underneath of their own basket. As we mentioned, Grayson County coming off of a year where they were 9-20. They missed the region tournament as well for the first time since 2017. Logston in the far corner, spins it around, fades it towards the baseline. Shots missed. Lexo with a rebound on the floor for Bullitt Central. He's working 3-on-2. He's going to slow down now, drive down the baseline, runs right over Brody Armstrong, and it's an offensive foul. Armstrong takes the charge. And Lexo picks up his first foul and the team's first. Shane Popplewell is going to go to the bench and bring in his first sub of the game. It'll be James Skaggs. And this has to be a pretty emotional moment for James Skaggs. This is his first game in a long time as he's returning from not only just a torn ACL, but also a torn meniscus. This has to be a good feeling for him. He played in the summer, so got a little taste of it, but it's first varsity action in quite some time. Up top is Armstrong. Gives it off the left side to Napier, into the far corner to Jack Logston, 8-3 Grayson. Logston drives far baseline, loses it on the drive. Was it poked away? It was not. So it's going to head towards Bullitt Central. Bullitt Central last year had only 5 wins. And keeping the dribble was Skaggs. He almost fell out of bounds. Gives it off to that far side. Transition 3 by Brown, and he buries it. Ryan Brown's got a pair of threes. That ends the 8-0 run for Grayson County. Cougs rolling. Up the far side, little stutter step by Langdon in the lane, and he floats it over top of the defender to make the shot from 7 feet. And right back go Grayson County, 10-6. They're on top, 5.5 left in the first quarter. They'll give it back to Lee. Lee over to the right side to Skaggs. Back out front now to A.J. Lee, who is the freshman phenom. And now knocked away by Langdon. Back, though, into the hands of Lee. Lee has it on the right side. Wide open pass down inside, and making it is Jordan Carnes on the right block. And the defense for Grayson has always been really this question going into this year. They feel like they can score with the best of them, but can they stop teams? And early on, it's been a big question. It is still, though, very early on in this season. Logston in the far corner. Loses the dribble, is able. No, it's now rolling, though, into the hands of Langdon. Fires down to the left block to Napier. Napier off the left side. Basket good. Bullitt Central tried to absorb a charge on the inside, but it was a good no call. I didn't think it was a block. I didn't think it was a charge. Now Bullitt Central throws it away. The ball rolls around, and they are going to say over and back, and that's not the right call because Grayson County never had possession of that ball. So they're going to give Bullitt Central the ball. Travis Johnston, Ethan Meredith, Brett Johnston, Brian Hill, every single assistant except Errol Meredith stood up. To be over and back, you have to have possession of the basketball, and I don't think Grayson County ever did have possession. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. 12-8, Grayson County on top, 4.5 left in here in this opening quarter of play from Bullitt Central High School. Lee up top. Cougars going with pressure. Inside, firing a pass to Brown. Brown crosses it, no-look pass, far corner. Henning, three, up, and it's short. Jack Logston with a rebound for Grayson County. Logston rated in the preseason as one of the top players of the region, 7th best by the Courier-Journal and 6th best by the Cat's Paws. And he's only a freshman. Left wing three, Langdon, and it is missed. Rebound on the floor by Brown. He's quickly pressured. They'll give it over to the far side to Lee, who's going to break the timeline wearing those hot pink sneakers. In fact, there's a couple players out there with hot pink on for Bullitt Central. In the lane, Henning's shot is way off. Rebounded by Armstrong, but Henning took it right back from him. Pass into Brown. Brown off the left side, layup good. Ryan Brown's got 8 of Bullitt Central's 10 points. And it's 12-10 Grayson. Langdon at the left elbow. Picks up the dribble. Off to Napier on the left side. Napier picks it up. Back outside to Langdon. Langdon crosses it right side. Logston. Three. Right side. Got it. Ice in the veins for Jack Logston. You saw that a lot against Breck County. He had the, oh no, yes, factor. And we're going to have a walk crossing the timeline. Is Skaggs. What I mean by that is Logston took a couple of shots to the Breck team that you're thinking, no, what are you doing? And then it goes in, and you're like, oh, yes. A couple of subs in for Grayson County. You got Caden Hanshaw, Hayden Robinson, Zach Brancher, and Kobe Martin. In fact, it's all new subs in except for Jack Logston, who remains in. A line substitution. Hanshaw going to run the point for the Cougs as they're up 15-10. Out front to Brancher. Left wing Martin into the far corner to Logston. He'll try it again. Three up, and he buries it. Logston's got 8 points right in front of the Bullitt Central student section, and now a foul in the backcourt is going to be called on Grayson County's Zach Brancher. For Brancher, that's going to be his first and the team's first here in this first half. Bullitt Central 5 wins last year, fewest in a season since the 08-09 year when they won only 4 games. Over the far corner, Lexo breaks the timeline, runs right by Kobe Martin. Out front, a little stutter, driving, kicking it in the corner. Deep three is missed by Skaggs. Caden Hanshaw with a rebound for Grayson County. Hanshaw up the far side. Now he's left alone, and he drives down the left block. Drives down, shot left side, missed. He tried to get the putback and lost it on the way up. Skaggs comes down with a loose board. Trying to set up the pressure is Grayson County. A looping pass far side, Lexo on the right wing. Driving in, Lexo crosses it. Brown, he's 2 of 2 from 3. Make that 3 of 3 from 3. Ryan Brown has got 11 points. He's the one keeping Bullitt Central in it. It's 18-13. 2:15 left here in the first quarter of play. Up top of the key, Hanshaw has it. Gives it to Robinson. Robinson crosses to Logston. Heat check is off the back of the iron. Hanshaw's got the rebound. He's got it, dumps it off inside to Martin on the right side. Martin spins it around. The pirouette is the shot in by Martin. And we have a whistle blown after the play. I don't know what it is. Technical foul called on Caden Hanshaw. I don't know what he did. I was looking at my notes when it had happened. The official is talking with Travis Johnston, and now Ethan Meredith is coming to talk to Caden Hanshaw. And the first free throw is missed by A.J. Lee on the technical. Kobe Martin did make the shot for Hanshaw. It's his first, team's second, and Lee makes the second. This Bullitt Central team has some interesting connections to Grayson County. They were the first ever varsity opponent of the Cougar basketball team. They also were the team that Grayson County defeated when they played in the King of the Bluegrass back in 1982. The top players in that team was Kevin Johnston, who's the father of head coach Travis Johnston. On the left block, blocked from behind, out of bounds is Jordan Carnes. Looks like Longston might have sent that one out. It'll be Bullitt Central to trigger underneath. Bounce pass into the far corner, up top to Lexo, guarded by Hanshaw. Firing down to Brown. Brown bounce pass, far corner. Three is up by Skaggs. It's missed short and rebounded by Hanshaw. Grayson County looking to push up the far side. Hanshaw back towards the middle, lowers the shoulder. We're going to have an offensive foul called on Hanshaw. He did extend that arm a little bit. Lexo did a good job at selling it as well, but for Caden Hanshaw, that'll be his second and the team's third. Spencer Langdon will come in place of Hanshaw. He did extend the arm. Lexo did a good job selling it as well. Pressure coming. Bullitt Central breaks it this time. As into the game for Bullitt Central is Corbin Key, also with the pink sneakers. Lexo drives, kicks to Brown. Is he still on fire? He is. Ryan Brown, 4 of 4 from 3. He's the only one keeping this game close. It's 20-17. Grayson County on top, 1:10 left in the first quarter. Langdon on the left wing, lowers the shoulder, and two players fall down with it. Loose ball, and we're going to have a foul called on Bullitt Central. Coming in over top was Corbin Key. For Key, that'll be his first, team's second. He's going to stay on the floor with 1:05 left in the first quarter. Langdon will trigger from underneath of his own basket. Gets it into Logston on the left side. Fires to the far corner to Langdon. Langdon drives. Now jump pass to the right side to Bratcher. Couldn't field it cleanly. Up top to Robinson. Robinson to Martin at the free throw line. The free throw line jumpers off the back of the iron, and Brown comes down with a loose board. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Grayson County on top, 20-17 against Bullitt Central. Lexo up top to Lee. Let's see if Bullitt Central might hold for the final shot or what they'll do. Lee was the starting quarterback of the football team. Lexo drives right side, flips it up, and can't get the roll. Rebound pops around and finally goes into the hands of Martin for Grayson County. Martin up on the left wing, gives it off into transition to Langdon. Langdon drives the baseline, jump pass inside to Bratcher. Bratcher feeds Longston on the left block. Longston will take the shot from 18 feet on the left side, can't get the roll. Nice rebound on the inside by Langdon, but he was stripped and given to Lexo for Bullitt Central. Lexo, an outlet over to Lee with 14 seconds and counting to play in the first quarter. Bullitt Central will hold for the final shot. 8 seconds. Lee rolls in, pulls up inside the free throw line. The jumper goes in and out. Rebounded by Grayson County with 3 seconds. Off to Langdon with 2 seconds. He'll throw it up from 3/4 court at the buzzer, and it is not there. The end of the first quarter of play. Grayson County leads Bullitt Central 20-17. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Grayson County leads 20-17 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. Bullitt Central also has an interesting connection as well to Grayson County, kind of in a different realm. And it starts with their manager from last season on their basketball team, Grant Wells. He was named, first off, Manager of the Year for the entire state. It was the Bill Kitely Award that he won last year. And Grant is now a basketball manager at WKU, where he has the horrible task of being roommates with former WKU basketball manager, or former Grayson County basketball manager, Cole Snyder, and a former member of our crew. We love Cole, and I know he speaks very highly of Grant. Zach Bratcher misses the three out of the quarter break. Driving downhill, spinning around the lane, shot on the right side. Nice move and nice basket by Jordan Carnes, and it's a one-point game. So there is an extra connection there to Grayson County, and I'm sure that Grant and Cole might have a little extra smack talk on this game. Up top to Martin. Into the near corner to Armstrong. Onto the right side, Langdon lowers the shoulder off the right side. Langdon's basket good and one. They're going to call a foul on the inside on Carnes. For Carnes, that'll be his first, team's first of the second quarter. And it'll be Langdon to go to the line to try and convert on the and one. Langdon was 4 of 6 from the charity stripe in the game against Breckenridge County on Tuesday. Langdon to try and convert on the and one. He does. It's first free throw of the game taken by Grayson County in this after Bullitt Central. Langdon steals the inbounds pass. Reverse layup, he tries, but he's fouled, and he'll go back to the line to shoot 2 more. Right on cue, cut of the announcer's jinx. And that'll be on Lexo. That'll be his second, team's second of the quarter. As a reminder, new rules in high school basketball this year. The fouls reset at the end of the quarter, and after you hit 5 fouls in a quarter, it automatically goes to the double bonus. That means that there is no more bonus. So 1-and-1s are gone. You will never see another 1-and-1, at least this season, and I don't imagine they'll ever go back. Langdon makes both free throws. Grayson County leads 24-19, 7-12 left to play here in the first half. Right up the middle, jump pass into the far corner. Catch and shoot 3 is by Key, and he can't put it in. Rebounded on the floor by Langdon. Cougars pushing. Langdon to the right side to Bratcher. Up top to Martin. Off the left wing now Robinson. Back now to Langdon. Langdon curls back towards the middle at the free throw line. Creates some own space. Flips it off to Bratcher. Ball fake for Bratcher from 18 feet on the left side. Pulls up and drains it. Zach Bratcher passed up the 3 to get a better shot and puts it in, and Grayson County leads 26-19. Over to that far side, spinning and losing is Lee, and a foul is going to be called on Grayson County on the far side. Kobe Martin will be whistled for it, his first, team's first of the second quarter. Hennig re-enters for Bullitt Central. 26-19, Grayson County leads. 6:36 to play in the first half. Bounce pass right side. Back up front, deep 3 by A.J. Lee. It is short, and Brown saves the rebound into the hands of Carnes for Bullitt Central. Lowering the shoulder and getting away. Ball pops up and goes into the hands of Langdon. Langdon pushing right up the middle. Langdon flips it off to Armstrong, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. Little out of control there by Langdon, but still probably a pass that Armstrong should have pulled in. 6:15 left in the first half. A couple of subs will come in for Grayson County. Landon Haycraft and Gage Napier in. We're going to have Zach Bratcher and Hayden Robinson out for Grayson County. So you got Armstrong, Napier, Haycraft, Merton, and Langdon on the floor for Grayson County. There was some issue with the book. Official seems to be fine with whatever said issue was. Trapped in the backcourt, looping it off to Hennig, who breaks the timeline at the logo. Hennig flips it off to Brown. Brown drives the baseline, passes near side, contact made, and that'll be a hustle foul called on Kobe Martin. I mean, it's just one of those bad luck fouls. His second, team's second. And Jack Logson's going to come in. Kobe Martins will be out. And I know we talked on Tuesday how there are fouls sometimes where Travis Johnston can't really be mad. And that's an example of that for Kobe Martin. He was going for the ball, and just so happened that Bullitt Central got there a little bit quicker. And you can't be mad about it. Lead a trigger from right in front of Travis Johnston in the Grayson County bench. Gives it to Hennig, who's guarded by Napier. Grayson County in a man-to-man defense. 6 minutes left in the first half, 26-19. Right side Lee. Jump pass inside to Brown, who just barrels his way to the hoop. And Brown gets the shot on the inside. Ryan Brown's been able to do whatever he wants against Grayson County. Langdon runs the baseline, throws it away. Haycraft saves it, but it ends up going to the backcourt, and Logston will chase it down. And it's going to give to Bullitt Central. What an effort by Landon Haycraft. He almost just made an incredible save. Kyle Higdon will come in, getting his first minutes of the game in place of Spencer Langdon. Higdon had 2 points in that game against Breckenridge County on Tuesday. Bounce pass into Hennig. We'll give it back out front now to Skaggs. Inside the lane to Brown. Bounce pass out front to Lee. Skaggs now left side Hennig. Back out front, Lee's going to take another deep three, and it's short again. He's taken a lot of deep threes. Rebounds off of Grayson. A lot of deep threes, and all of them have been short. It's kind of one of those things, just scoot in a little bit. 26-21, Grayson County on top of Bullitt Central. 5:25 left here in this first half. Lee, handoff pass to Carnes, who just drives in, blocked at the rim by Logston, but a foul is going to be called on Grayson. Be on Higdon or Logston, we'll see. It's on Logston. His first, team's third, as the small Bullitt Central student section, small but mighty, chants the classic, "You Can't Do That," which you only hear 4 times every single high school basketball game that you're at. First free throw good by Jordan Carnes. Last year he was 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. Appeared in only 13 games this year. He did the senior, and he cracks one off the back of the iron, and it is a lane violation called against Grayson County. I think on Napier is who they called that on. So we'll get another chance as he missed the free throw. We'll see it again. And he misses it again. And Logston gets the rebound for Grayson County. 26-22. Grayson County on top, 5:10 left in the first half. Armstrong left wing into the far corner to Higdon. Fires one inside to Napier. Napier on the left block, curls around, misses the shot. But he's going to go to the free throw line after being fouled on the arm by Ryan Brown, his first, team's third of this second quarter of play. It'll be Napier to the stripe to shoot 2. I know I did see here that there is a comment from one Cole Snyder. He says, wants to thank for the shout out. As we mentioned, Cole's roommate down at Western is a former Bullitt Central manager who won Manager of the Year last year. And I'm sure that there is some smack talk happening tonight between these two teams. Napier makes the second. He goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. Grayson County up by 5 in this game. Under 5 minutes left in the first half. Brown drives down the left side, dumps it off, kind of lost it, firing back inside to Carnes on the right side, misses the shot. Brown rips the rebound away, and we're going to have a jump ball, and the arrow will head toward Bullitt Central, I believe. It is. Bounce pass to Brown, off to the left wing, out front to Carnes. Carnes swings it to Henning. Back out front, taken away by Logston. Fast break, Jack Logston, left side, layup, misses it. Too hard on it, great recovery defense. Here comes Bullitt Central with a run out, and they throw it away. Brown and Lee didn't know which one the ball was supposed to go to. They look at one another and say, "Oh, I thought you were going to get it." "No, I thought you were going to get it." And it turns out to be what was going to be 2 free points for Bullitt Central turns out to be 0 after Grayson County looked like they were going to have 2 free points. 4.5 left to play here in this second quarter of play. 27-22, Grayson County has the 5-point advantage. Bounce pass up top to Armstrong. Hand off to Logston. Logston fires back to Armstrong in that far corner. Cougars in the road blue jerseys. Armstrong lowers the shoulder, gets to the rim, and lays it in with the right hand. Brody Armstrong's got 4. Grayson County just keeps on expanding this lead. Bullitt Central brings it back to within 4. Grayson County brings it back to within about 7 or 8. Brown on the left side. Crosses it to Lexo. Tell you what, Brown was unconscious from 3 in the first half as Henning takes a 3, and he says, "I can be unconscious too." He knocks in his first. We haven't seen Brown take a 3 since that first quarter. They're playing him more inside. I mean, when you got the hot hand, go. Logston spins in the lane, shots left short. It's almost an air ball. Brown gets the rebound, throws it away. Logston goes diving for it and gives it off to Haycraft. In the corner to Napier. Napier bounce pass to a wide open Armstrong on the right side who puts it in. Another assist for Gage Napier. Brody Armstrong's got 6 points. Timeout on the floor taken by Bullitt Central. It's 31-25. Grayson County leads, 3:32 to play in the first half. This is Cougar basketball on K105. Grayson County leads 31-25 at 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first half of play here at Bullitt Central High School. couple of score updates to bring you. I see one here. St. Xavier, it's not usually a score that I bring you, is leading, I think this is Walnut Hills, 78-39 at the half. St. X hung 78 in the first half. That's a lot of points in high school basketball. Out of the timeout, it's 31-25. Grayson County leads. Bounce pass over to the far side to Henning. He runs down the lane. Shot is up and missed. But he's fouled by someone for Grayson. They're going to call it on Napier. His first, team's fourth. And it'll be Henning to the line to shoot two. I saw someone reach his arm in there on the drive. I just couldn't see who it was, and it was Napier who was guilty. Henning makes the first free throw last season. He was 2 of 5. Appeared in all but one game last year. He is their three-point specialist. Over 75% of his shots a year ago came from three-point range. He misses the second free throw off the back of the iron. Armstrong had the rebound, lost it. Logston's got it on the floor. It's knocked away. Loose ball and Bullitt Central ball. Our official was slow to give us a signal, but he's going to say it's off of Grayson County underneath. Armstrong had the rebound. It went right to him, and he almost jumped too high and fell down in the process. 31-26, Grayson County leads. 3:19 left here in the first half. Lead a trigger underneath. Gets it up top to Lexo, who's going to set up the offense for Bullitt Central. Into the corner to Hennig, guarded by Napier. Hennig drives the baseline, jump pass far side, knocked out of bounds by Armstrong. Armstrong almost took out the official in the process, but sent that one immediately to where cheerleaders would be standing. Actually, Bullitt Central cheerleaders, if they were on the other side, it's exactly where it would have hit them. Lexo up top. Blows past Langdon, jump past the far corner to Brown. He passes up the shot, gives it to Lee, another deep three, and he misses it again. Rebound bouncing around. Bullitt Central's got it. Hennig's putback is missed. Again, the rebound rolls around. Armstrong had it, was tripped up by Logston. He's able to save it. Off to Higdon, who loses the ball, and it's going to roll out of bounds. I don't know what happened to that basketball. It must have gotten rolled in some hot grease or something in the last time out. And I like Ethan Meredith, one of the assistant coaches for Grayson County, just held up both hands and say, slow down, you're okay. Bullitt Central nearly throws it away themselves. Up top, wide open three by Key is good. Knocks it in from top, and it's a 2-point game. 31-29, 2.5 left here in this first half. Langdon on the left side, gets a screen from Logston. Langdon falls down in the process, loses, strips, gains it back, and we're going to have a jump ball, which is going to give the ball to Grayson. Should be Grayson County basketball. Chase Bonnock comes in for Grayson County. You have Jordan Carnes and James Skaggs re-entering for Bullitt Central. It'll be Langdon to trigger. He's joined on the floor by Napier, Bonnock, Armstrong, and Logston. Langdon's got to get it in, and does just in time, and gives it to Armstrong, who makes the layup on the right side. At the last second, Armstrong popped open and gets the layup on that right side to stop the little Bullitt Central run. Transition three on the other side by Henning is way short. Rebound put back by Skaggs, though, on the inside. Grayson County's defense did not get back in time to put a body on him. So because of that, it turns into being an easy basket off the putback. Second chance points were a problem on Tuesday, and they're continuing to be a bit of a problem here tonight. Right side, Langdon, step back three. It is short and rebounded on the floor by Bullitt Central. As it was Skaggs that came down with it, angling it back towards the middle as he pushes. The top of the key, thought about the three. Now speeds down the left lane, flip shot good, tie the game up. James Skaggs, a little 4-0 run by himself. And with 1 minute and 34 seconds left here in this first half of play, we are all knotted up at 33, and Travis Johnston wants a 30-second timeout. After, this game had been controlled by Grayson County. They've led by as much as 9. And now all of a sudden, Bullitt Central has come back to tie the game up here at 33 with just about 90 seconds left in this first half of play. A couple of score updates here to bring you. Breckenridge County, I don't have a score of this. They're playing Ohio County tonight, all tied up with 6 minutes left in the first half of that game happening. I believe that one is in Harned tonight. Now, you do want a little bit of an asterisk there because Ohio County is playing without their best player and one of the best players in the region, in Elijah Decker. as he's dealing with a minor knee issue. Now that's something to keep in mind because Grayson County plays Ohio County on Tuesday. That's their next game, and if the Eagles are without one of their best players, it could be an interesting storyline to watch. Out of the timeout, Langdon has it as he breaks the timeline across the near side. Bounce past the right elbow to Armstrong. Armstrong curls around, gets around the defender, and it's blocked out of bounds. Nice recovery by Brown. Brown has about 3 or 4 inches on Armstrong and used every bit of his frame. Brown's just a big kid. Listed as 6'3" on the roster, and he's probably 200 pounds as well. Balnock left all alone from 3 on the right side, and it's off the back of the iron. Rebounded on the inside by Carnes for Bullitt Central. He's double teamed looking for help, and a bailout foul is going to be called on the far side. And that's going to turn out to be free throws for Bullitt Central as well. It'll be on Napier. That'll be his second, team's 5th. Carnes will shoot 2. First one is good. Hayden Robinson and Zach Bratcher come in. Gage Napier and Brody Armstrong come out. Second chance good. Making them both. Bullitt Central now has the 2-point advantage with 1:11 left in the first half. Langdon also re-enters the game in place of Balnock. So you got Langdon, Robinson, Logston, Haycraft, Bratcher on the floor for Grayson County. Logston been held quiet over these last couple of minutes. Bratcher on the right wing. Nice defense by Bullitt Central. Up top to Haycraft with a minute left in the first half. Right side to Robinson. Fires it inside to Bratcher. Back outside to Logston. Pass knocked away. Haycraft is able to run it back down with 50 seconds left in the first half. Haycraft has a dribble. Uses it to give it over to Langdon up top at the volleyball line. Langdon at the left elbow, spins it around at the free throw line, gives it off to the right side to Logston. He'll pull up a spin around 3 on the right side. Not a great shot, and it's off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Skaggs for Bullitt Central here with 33 seconds left in this first half of play, and Bullitt Central might hold for the final shot. I think that's what I would do. You've been down the entire first half, and you got the lead right now. Lee drives in from 10 feet on the near side. He misses it, and it's rebounded by Haycraft. Haycraft, an outlet pass to Langdon down the left side. Langdon, stop, shot, left side, good to tie the game up. Langdon gets it on the inside. You got about 10 seconds left in the first half. It's 35-all. Lee breaks the timeline across the near side. Top of the key. He'll pull up from deep and buries it. He'd been missing short the entire time. And that is the end of the first half of play. Bullitt Central jumps ahead to lead 38-35 at the half. We'll come back and have the halftime show after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, Bullitt Central High School, where it is 38-35. Bullitt Central leads here at the half, as Grayson County led that first half for the majority of it. But it was Bullitt Central that fired back late to take the late lead, and it was A.J. Lee that drained a deep three. He took probably 5 or 6 of those deep threes and wasn't close on the first 5 or 6, but drains that last one to give Bullitt Central that lead at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down some scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and get you ready for half number 2. Again, your score at the half, Bullitt Central 38, Grayson County 35. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Includes the following counties therefore should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
I'm not here to fire you up. If you're not already fired up, you shouldn't be in this room. If this victory isn't worth all you have to give, then leave. But now, right now is your chance to be a part of a victory the world will remember forever. Victory over cancer. This victory isn't just happening. It isn't inevitable.
What does hope mean?
Now is our time, your time. You may save someone you love.
Time is very precious.
Today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. A victory that is there for the taking. Grab it. How was that?
Now that was a great halftime speech. Let's go win.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Welcome back here to Bullitt Central, where it is 38-35 at the half. Bullitt Central leads. They're returning to take the floor right now. I'm sure that Shane Popplewell is happy with how his team responded after being down early in this game. As let's see if we can't find some scores from around the region to bring you before we bring you the scoring from this game. Not a lot going on here on this first Thursday of the brand new season. I know Butler County is they're playing at the Marshall County Hoop Fest tonight. That game gets started here in just about an hour or so. As we'll try to see here, Breck County and Ohio County are again tied up with 6 minutes left in the first half. We haven't seen an updated score of that game in a couple of minutes, though. John Hardin leads LaRue County in girls basketball 37-19 at the half. And those appear to be most of the scores that we have to bring you right now. Not a lot going on here on this young Thursday in this season. Grayson County trails 38-35 at the half. We'll come back and run down the scoring for the first half of play after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors this storm. Includes the following counties therefore should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare. Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bullitt Central High School, where it is Bullitt Central leading Grayson County at the half by a score of 38-35. Bringing down the scoring from the first half of play. First for Bullitt Central, 16 points from Ryan Brown, 14 of which came in the first quarter of play. And then the scoring is pretty much rounded out after that. Jordan Carnes had 7 points, 4 each for Hennig, Lee, and Skaggs, and 3 for Corbin Key. For Grayson County, it's 11 points for Spencer Langdon to lead the way, 8 each for Jack Logston and Brody Armstrong, 5 from Gage Napier, 2 for Zach Bradsher, and 2 for Kobe Martin. One of the biggest storylines here in this first half of play to me is, you're in good as far as foul trouble for Grayson County, but when Caden Hanshaw was in the game, I think they looked the best, did Grayson. But then Jack Logston, really good first quarter, and then Bullitt Central clearly made some semblance of an adjustment in that second quarter of play and really shut Jack down. As I'm thinking here, he might have only had 1 or 2 shots in that entire quarter of play. So it'll be interesting to see what potential adjustment was made by Grayson County to try and combat that here at the half. Again, your score, Bullitt Central leading Grayson County 38-35 at the half. The second half comes up next here on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's.
Welcome back here to Grayson to Bullitt Central High School. We're starting early, which we're not technically supposed to do, but we're good. As it's off to the left side, Bullitt Central is going to have it. They have the 3-point lead as Lexo curls in the lane. Jump pass to Lee. Deep right side 3 is good. Last thing you need is A.J. Lee to catch fire as we welcome in our radio coverage. They started early, and a 3 buried in by A.J. Lee to start for Bullitt Central. They lead 41-35 early on in this second half of play. See how Grayson County can go with some semblance of an answer. They switched. Jordan Carnes has been guarding Jack Logston in that second quarter and has really shut him down. The right elbow, Napier. He's looking for somebody to come help. They give it to Logston. Logston's triple teamed and stripped by Lee. Lee angles back towards the middle. An outlet pass to Lexo. Layup good. Just like that, Bullitt Central is up 43-35. An 8-0 run dating back to the end of the last quarter. Langdon blows right past the defender. Layup good to answer. They turn to the freshman for Spencer Langdon, and it's now a 6-point deficit for Grayson County. Lexo flips it off to Carnes. Carnes was left alone, drives in, absorbs the contact, and gets the shooter's roll. A communication breakdown on defense leads to some points, and Travis Johnston wants a timeout. It's 45-37. Bullitt Central leads, 6:44 left here in this third quarter of play. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Bullitt Central leads Grayson County 45-37. They have already here outscored Grayson in this half 7-2 in only a minute and 15 of action. Travis Johnson takes that full timeout. Came out very lethargic to start the half, and you can't have that happen if you're the Cougars. Score update I see coming down to bring you at the half. It is Ohio County up by 5 against Breckenridge County, 26-21. Out of the timeout, it will be Grayson County basketball. Logston's been held very quiet. Will somebody step up to help him out in this situation? Langdon bounce pass to the right elbow to Armstrong. Armstrong bodied up, gives it left side Haycraft. Haycraft feeds Logston in the post. Logston spins towards the baseline and is fouled on the floor. It'll be on Lee or it'll be on Lee. So it would either be on Lee or Carnes, and it's called on Lee, his team's first of this third quarter of play, so it'll remain on the floor. Neither team really in any foul trouble. 2 fouls for Hanshaw and Napier for Grayson County. And speaking of Napier, he takes a 3 on the far side, and Gage Napier puts it in that far corner to make it a 5-point game at 45-40. In the middle, getting around, now off to the left side, Hennig, down to Brown on the right side, and they're going to call a foul from behind on Haycraft. It's going to stay on the floor. Haycraft picks up his first foul and the team's first. For Bullitt Central, it's 2 fouls for Lexo. Bullitt Central was only called for 5 total fouls in the first half of play. Bounce pass into Hennig, outside, and now passing into Brown, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Logston. The Cougar bench thought Logston had a clean strip, but instead, it's his second foul. They're going to do that same play. Give it into Carnes, up top to Brown, who is on fire from 3 to open, keeping Bullitt Central in this game, and it has allowed for them really to take this lead. Lexo 3 on the left side. He'll put it in. Lexo hits his first 3 of the game. That's not necessarily his game, but he puts it in to make it an 8-point game one more time for Bullitt Central. Langdon at the free throw line. Defender falls down. He might have been fouled, misses it. Putback is missed. Rebounded by Hennig. Hennig comes up the near side of the floor. Hennig at the free throw line. Kicks it off into the far corner. They leave Brown alone from 3, and he is human. He misses it. And it's Napier that comes down to the loose board. Napier curls back to the middle, gives it to Langdon. 3, transition. It is short. Rebound tapped off into the hands of Lee, and Logston's going to pick up his 3rd foul. It's his 3rd, team's 3rd. 48-40. Bullitt Central has the lead against Grayson County. 5 minutes and 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Brown over on the far side loops it off to Lee. Lee speeds up past Haycraft, bounce pass into the corner to Hennig. Hennig kicks it back out front. No look pass to Lexo in the far corner. 3 is way short. Rebound is picked up by Langdon on the floor. Langdon keeps the head up as he breaks the timeline right at the logo. Into Logston in the corner, fires inside to Napier. Not a great pass. Haycraft's able to run it back down though at the top of the key. Right side Armstrong. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Grayson County trails by 8. Left wing Logston, inside to Napier, bobbles, gains it back. Napier spins towards the baseline, off the glass too hard, and rebounded on the floor by Hennig for Bullitt Central. The shots aren't dropping for Grayson County in this quarter. All alone lead. 3 is long into the hands of Langdon. Grayson County's got numbers. 3-on-1 they go. Off to Logston, down the right side. Logston shot's good, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. For Logston, that is 10 points now for him in the game. He'll go to the line to try and convert on the and-1. Lexo picks up his 3rd foul and the team's 2nd. Something Lexo does, he tries to take the charge. And that one was honestly one I'd have been fine with no call. It definitely wasn't a charge, but if anything, it was a foul on Lexo. Got Hanshaw coming back into the game, as does Kobe Martin. Kobe Martin had some good moments in that first half of play. Logston converts on the 3-point play. He's got 11 points. And the deficit is 5 now. Grayson County trails Bullitt Central 48-43. Brown on that far side after getting the looping pass. Up top, back into the game, key for Bullitt Central. It's A.J. Lee who hit that dagger of a 3 at the end of the first half that really, I think, is one of the major differences in the game. Brown lowers the shoulder, jump pass into the near side to Hennig, who couldn't field it cleanly. Because of it, couldn't get a shot, and Bullitt Central just had to reset up the offense. Back to Hennig in the corner. He fields it cleanly this time. 3's too long, and another rebound for Spencer Langdon. He's got a lot of rebounds in this game. Langdon inside to Armstrong. Armstrong lets the defender go by and gets the shot on the left side. Brody Armstrong into 10 points. That's a new career high for Brody Armstrong here, and the lead is now down to 3. Saved in bounds by Brown, and reaching away, Armstrong tried to take it away, but he got a little bit too much of the arm instead of the ball. For Brody, that's only his first. Team's 4th. Next foul will be free throws. 48-45. Grayson County trails Bullitt Central. Lead a trigger from in front of the Bullitt Central cheerleaders. Into that far corner to Lee. He's going to reset up the offense. One of the slowest moving possessions we've seen all day. Bounce pass left wing inside to Brown. Brown is fouled by Armstrong. That's going to be 2 free throws coming for Brody Armstrong. That's his 2nd, team's 5th. Going to be Brown to the line. He was 73% from the line last season. Brown was named as the Bullitt County's Junior of the Year. I don't know a lot about that award as he makes the first free throw, but I would assume that probably is an award given by the coaches of Bullitt East, North Bullitt, and Bullitt Central. He was named the Junior of the Year. He's a really talented player now as a senior. Buries both free throws there. He's got 18 points in the game, and it's a 5-point Bullitt Central advantage at 50-45. Up the far side goes Spencer Langdon. Has it on the right wing, is fouled, and there comes the foul. It's a reach-in touch foul on Skaggs, his first, team's 3rd of this half. Stay on the floor. Longston passing in across that far side. Gives it to Hanshaw. Hanshaw thought about driving, now spins it around, being chased backwards by Hennig. Handoff pass to Langdon. Langdon at the volleyball line to Hanshaw. Ball fake. Hanshaw speeds down, stripped. Nice hands by Skaggs to take it away. Now Hennig has it stripped and taken away by Armstrong, but a foul is going to be called. That's a tough break for Brody Armstrong. That'll be his 3rd, and that's going to be free throws now for Bullitt Central as well. Ethan Hennig to the line to shoot 2. And the first one short. Hayden Robinson comes in place of Brody Armstrong. Hennig to try and make it a 6-point lead for Bullitt Central if the senior can put it in. And he does. He's got 5 in the game. It's a 6-point Bullitt Central lead, 51-45, 3:10 left in quarter number 3. Hanshaw at the top of the key for Grayson County. Gives it off left wing Logston. Up top to Robinson. Robinson off right side now. Hanshaw guarded by Hennig. Ball fake for Hanshaw. Drives in, gets around the defender. Hennig, flip shot right side, good. For Caden Hanshaw. It's his first shot from the field this season, and he puts it in. 4-point game, 51-47. Grayson County looking for the defense to step up here and get a stop of Bullitt Central. Hennig at the free throw line, picks up the dribble. Bounce pass off to Skaggs. Skaggs pulls up 18 feet straight away and buries the shot. Skaggs has 6. That's the lead for Bullitt Central. Hanshaw on the right wing. Man-to-man defense, Bullitt Central. He blows right past Hennig again. Slows, speeds, off to Logston on the left side. Inside to Langdon. Langdon over top of Brown. The floater gets the roll to Spencer Langdon. Langdon's got 15 of the game. And we're having this back and forth thing. Grayson County's going to have to start turning together a couple of stops. They want to come back in it. Bounce pass left side Key. Guarded by Hanshaw, knocked away, taken away by Logston. Logston outlet pass to Hanshaw. Hanshaw tried to get it inside to Martin, and it's taken away by Lee. Lee read the passing lane. Lee transition, free throw line jumper is off to the right, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Langdon. It's going to stay Bullitt Central basketball. Zach Bratcher going to come in probably in place of Hanshaw. And no, it's in place of Langdon. I didn't know if Travis Johnson after that pass was going to make a change. Langdon might just need a breather. Langdon's played a really good game here today. Lee over to the left wing, gets it into Carnes. Carnes lowers the shoulder, kicks it off to Brown. Brown flips it back off to Lee. Lee guarded by Martin. Lee falls, gets it outside. A deep 3 by Key is short. Brown with the rebound at the left block. Brown spins it around in the lane. The right-handed floater is missed. Rebound fighting on the inside, picked up by Key. Key dumps it into Brown. Brown with the right hand gets it in. We've talked about it. The rebounding was going to be the difference in this game, and Bullitt Central has dominated the boards yet again. Right side, Hanshaw. Up top, handoff pass by Robinson to Hanshaw. Hanshaw on the left wing into the near corner to Bratcher. 6-point Bullitt Central lead against Grayson County. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Right side, Hanshaw. Ball fake, drives in inside the free throw line, kicks it off to Martin. 3, right side, good for Kobe Martin. 3-point game now, under a minute left in the third quarter. A.J. Lee up top, guarded by Martin. Screen coming from Brown. They switch into the corner. Catch and shoot 3 by Skaggs. Pops in and out and drops in. It's been that kind of night. 9 points by Skaggs. It's back to a 6-point advantage with 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Hanshaw up top to Robinson. 3 straight away is way off to the right. Rebounded, but knocked away by Bratcher. Goes right back into the hands, though, of Key. 20 seconds left in the third quarter, and if you're Bullitt Central, I think you absolutely hold for the final shot here. And they are. Lee up top. He had the shot that wasn't quite a buzzer beater to end the first half of play, but it was about 2 seconds left, and it was a deep 3. Martin in his face. Lee drives in at the free throw line, kicks it off to Key. Wide open left side 3 is good by Key. He puts in the 3. It's a 9-point game. Hanshaw from three-quarters court at the buzzer is no good. Bullitt Central has opened this game up to their largest lead. They lead 61-52. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Bullitt Central leads 61-52 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play from Bullitt Central High School. I mean, this defense for Grayson is something that Travis Johnson, I can't imagine, is too happy with. I mean, 61 points in a game is too much in his eyes. You get him 61 points in 3 quarters. Bullitt Central's hitting their shots, so a lot of that goes to that, but at the same time, Grayson going to have to find a way to string together some stops on their end. They have the ball to start the quarter of play. Robinson does a bounce pass to Langdon in the corner. Langdon drives the baseline. Langdon's shot, he's fouled hard by Brown, I believe, who we're going to call this on. No, it's called instead on Skaggs. It's his second, team's first of this fourth quarter of play. Langdon is 3 of 3 from the stripe today. He's got 15 points, and it wouldn't shock me if he's inching closer to that 10-rebound mark. I can't keep track of rebounds. I only have 2 hands. But I would imagine it's probably pretty close to it. Langdon buries both free throws, puts in both of them. It is a 7-point lead for Bullitt Central, 61-54, 7:40 left here in this fourth quarter of play. Lee kicks it into the far corner. 3 by Key is good. Bullitt Central's just not missing from beyond the arc. And Corbin Key has 3 threes in the game. Haycraft, 3 to answer on the left side. It is long. Bratcher gets the rebound, and a foul on the rebound is called on Zach Bratcher. His second, team's first. I didn't see it. Again, doesn't mean it didn't happen, but Logston and Armstrong back in. It's a 10-point game. This is a dangerous moment here for Grayson County. We've seen them make comebacks in previous years, but this is a new team. They came back on Tuesday against Breckenridge County, but that was at home. Up top to Lee, 64-54. Bullitt Central has the advantage, 7:05 left in the fourth quarter. Lee down the left side, jump pass into the corner to Key. He's at the hot hand, crosses it. Haycraft got his hand on it, couldn't get there in time. Skaggs, stutter step, right elbow shot is good. Bullitt Central is not missing right now. Langdon on the right wing, up top to Armstrong. On the left wing to Logston. 12-point Bullitt Central lead. Logston, 3 to try and answer, is off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Armstrong. Armstrong goes up with it inside the lane. The shot is up, and an offensive foul is going to be called on the far side. Travis Johnston, none too thrilled with that call. For Armstrong, that is his 4th, team's 2nd. Travis Johnston still talking to the official who's on the opposite side. Knocked away by Napier. Can they get there in time? Bullitt Central's got it. It's knocked, but it hits out of bounds. And it is going to be Grayson County basket. No, whoa! They're going to say it's Bullitt Central ball. Happened right in front of the bench. It's going to stay with the Cougars of Bullitt Central. Over the far side, I think Haycraft got his hand in on it again. Trapped in that far corner. The defense coming up. Armstrong with a steal. Armstrong lowers his shoulder and is fouled hard from behind. Foul called on number 14, James Skaggs, his 3rd, team's 2nd. Shane Popwell calling James Skaggs over is, if to say, calm down, calm down. Armstrong remaining into the game with the 4 fouls. He was 4 of 4 from the line last season, and he misses his first free throw here. He's got 10 points. It's a new career high for him. Ethan Hennig re-enters for Bullitt Central. Tell you, when the clock stops, you got to bury your free throws if you're Grayson. Got to put them in. Second chance Armstrong is good. 66-55, Bullitt Central up, and now another knock away. Hey, but Bullitt Central just barely keeps it. Now a foul is going to be called from behind on Langdon. They're calling those fouls in the backcourt. For Langdon, it's only his 1st, team's 3rd. As Grayson's getting their hands in, and it is just one of those that their hand placement is just ever so slightly off. Bounce pass Brown. Inside to Carnes, kicks it over the far side, taken away by Langdon for Grayson County. Langdon in the middle to Logston. Logston on the right side. Euro step floater is in for Jack Logston. Makes it a 9-point game. Timeout on the floor taken by Shane Popplewell. It'll have to be a full timeout because he only has full timeouts left in the game. If it is a full time, well, regardless, we're going to take it with him. 66-57, 6:10 to go. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
66-57, Grayson County trails Bullitt Central, 6:10 to go. That was a full timeout taken by Shane Popplewell. He didn't have any 30s to take, so he automatically gets that. The timeout situation for Grayson County, they've got 2 fulls and a 30. Shane Popplewell for Bullitt Central has a pair of full timeouts. Foul trouble. It is Skaggs and Lexo with 3 fouls for Bullitt Central. For Grayson County, 3 for Logston, 4 for Armstrong. The rest all would have 2 and unders. Those are the foul trouble for this Grayson County team. Will be Bullitt Central ball from underneath the opposing basket. They do pass it into Lee. Lee being chased by Langdon up the far side. Lee spins around, almost lost the dribble. Lee up top, gives it off right side. Lexo guarded by Haycraft, 6 minutes to go in the game. Lexo picked up as he drove and backed it off. Lexo loses the ball, but luckily Lee was right there to pick up the ball. Lee in between the circles with 5:48 to go. Bullitt Central slowing the pace down with that 9-point advantage. Lee at the free throw line. The floater from 5 feet is too hard. Rebound taps off into the air by Henning. His putback is short, and the rebound, this time Armstrong's got it for Grayson County. Armstrong right up the middle for Grayson County. He speeds down the lane. Little Euro step shot is up and missed, and 2 free throws going to come for Brody Armstrong as he's fouled on the drive. A little out of control from Brody. But we're going to have a foul called on Ryan Brown. That's only his 2nd, team's 3rd of this quarter. It will be 2 free throws for Brody Armstrong. 66-57, 5:27 to go. Again, like I said a few moments ago, they're called free throws for a reason. They're supposed to be free. Got to put them in. Here comes Armstrong to the line. First one good for Armstrong. Cougars hitting their free throws at a much higher clip tonight than they did against Breckenridge County. They've only missed 2 of their, at first glance here, about 10 to 12. And Armstrong will continue that trend as he makes that one as well, making a 7-point game, 66-59, 5:25 to go. Far side, getting around the defender and laying it in on the left side is Jordan Carnes. He did a little fake pass. Logston fell for it. That stops the bleeding. In the far corner, Armstrong. Up top to Napier. Off to Haycraft. Haycraft off the left wing, Langdon. Inside to Napier. Napier looking for a cutter. Finds it with Haycraft up at the top of the key. Into Armstrong. Armstrong goes up, and a foul is called. If it's on Armstrong, that's 5. It is on the floor. It's called on Hennig. It's only his first. Team's 4th. Armstrong's got to be a little careful. That is one that very well could have been called the other way. 9-point Bullitt Central lead, under 5 to go in the game. Inside to Logston. He's stripped on the way up and fouled. And now a technical foul has been called on Bullitt Central. I think the technical has been called on Lexo. I don't know who the foul was called on. So the foul was called on Lexo. And a technical has been called on Lexo. That's 5. Lexo's done. This is now will be 4 free throws for Jack Logston. That could make it a 5-point game. Needless to say, these are big. And Grayson County will get the ball. First one by Logston. At least I assume that Logston will take the technical free throws as well. He's the best free throw shooter on the team. Second chance for Logston. He makes both of them. And now he'll have 2 more, and Grayson County's going to get the ball. And Logston gets the roll, making that one. The Grayson County fans starting to come to life. They pretty much outnumbered Bullitt Central fans, and he misses the 4th one. Still, 3 of 4 makes it a 6-point game, and the orange and blue Cougars have the ball with 4:56 to go. Here's your moment if you're Grayson. You don't need a 3. Got to come away with some points here to try and fight back in the game. Langdon on the right side, handoff past Napier. Up top to Armstrong. Armstrong will hand it off. No, we thought he was going to hand it off to Logston. Didn't have a clean hand on it. Armstrong looking for help. Now we'll give it to Logston. 3 near side. Good for Jack Logston. In the near corner, it's a 3-point game. 68-65. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Lee breaks the timeline. The defensive pressure trying to speed up the Cougars of Bullitt Central. Spinning around is Skaggs. Guarded by Armstrong. Napier knocks it into the backcourt. Lee's able to run it back down, though. Here comes the pressure. Lee up the near side. Guarded by Haycraft, and a timeout will be taken by Shane Popplewell. It's going to be a full timeout. 68-65. 4:20 to go. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
68-65, Bullitt Central leads out of the timeout. They only have 1 timeout remaining in this game. They have the ball, 4:15 to go. Grayson County has fought back to make this a game after being down by 11 here in this quarter. Up top, Lee gets around Napier, kicks it into the near corner. Hennig, 3, good. Bullitt Central has had an answer every single time Grayson has been able to come back in this second half. 71-65. Grayson County has crossed that 60-point mark in the Travis Johnson era, 37-4 when they score at least 60 points. Inside to Armstrong. He's triple teamed on the interior. Kicks it to Napier. 3 to answer is way long. Armstrong rebound. Put back good on the inside. Here comes A.J. Lee. He speeds by, not allowing Grayson County to set up their defense. Smart play by the young guard. Lee in between the circles. It's a 4-point Bullitt Central lead, 71-67. Lee on the left side. Deep 3 is good again for Bullitt Central. They'd gone quiet, and they speed back up. They're up by 7, 74-67. 3:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Langdon up at the top of the key, left side Napier. Little ball fake. Napier back up top now to Haycraft. Haycraft crosses it to the right wing to Armstrong. Armstrong back outside Napier. 3 is missed. Armstrong put back again for Brody Armstrong. Timeout taken on the floor by Travis Johnston. 2:58 to go. It is 74-39, or 74-69 rather. It's a 5-point game. Grayson County trying to come back in this, but it's been Bullitt Central that has hit some key shots down the stretch. But really, Brody Armstrong and Jack Logston have been playing phenomenal basketball here in this fourth quarter of play. Armstrong has 7 points in the quarter. That's now 17 for the game, adding to his new career high. Jack Logston has 18 points for the game, including 8 in this fourth quarter. Those two have combined for 15. Spencer Langdon has a pair of free throws as well. It is 74-69, Bullitt Central with a lead. And if you're Grayson, there's 3 minutes left. The way you need to think about this is, you're looking at, you got the 5-point game. You've got 3 one-minute games here. You want to win each of them by 2. You do that, you win the game. And there is so much time left to play. You think back to the last time we were here, back on the 1st of March in 2021 in boys basketball, Keegan Sharp hit a dagger of a 3 at the buzzer to send us into overtime, and Grayson County ended up winning. In fact, Grayson County has won 5 straight in this series. They lead the all-time series 5-1. Bullitt Central, their only win was the first ever varsity game Grayson County played in here, and it was 71-62. Bullitt Central won that game. A.J. Lee being chased by Hanshaw, loops it off to a wide-open Henning. Into the middle, bounce passes off the foot of the cutting offensive player, Jordan Carnes. Grayson County has the ball back with 2:50 to go. The press break failure for Bullitt Central. 5-point game. Bounce pass up top to Armstrong. We'll hand it off to Langdon. Langdon guarded by Brown. Tries to split the defenders, kicks it off to Haycraft. 3 near side, got it! Landon Haycraft, first 3 of the game, makes it a 2-point game, 74-72. Bounce pass to Henning, breaks the timeline, comes down the near side, kicks it into the corner, and a smart play. They give it to Lee, up top 3 to answer. Guess what? It's good. A.J. Lee's 4th 3 of the game, and Bullitt Central has an answer every single time Grayson County has fought back. Left side, Langdon lets the defender go by. Thought about the 3 a second time. Gives it to the free throw line to Armstrong, who's at the hot hand, and Armstrong is fouled on the floor by Brown. That's going to be free throws for Grayson County with 2:04 to go. Brown picks up his 3rd foul. Team's 5th. 2 shots coming for Brody Armstrong. He's got 17 points and counting. He's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. First one for Armstrong is no good. Tough break for Grayson. Immediately Jack Logston comes up and pretty much pats him on the head as if to say, you got this one. 77-72, Bullitt Central on top. It's good for Brody Armstrong. He gets the second one. He's got 18 points in the game. It's a 4-point Bullitt Central lead, 77-73. Ball thrown away. Loose ball pops out of bounds, and it'll be off of Grayson. I think that's the right call. I think it's off of Langdon on that far side. That official had the best angle out of any of it. Spencer Langdon tried to plead his case, but when they've gotten the press break set, Grayson, Bullitt Central has struggled. Gets it off into the near side, picking up the dribble up top. They give it back to Lee, who has been incredible here tonight for Bullitt Central, and he's fouled by Armstrong, and that's 5. That's a tough one for Grayson. Brody Armstrong fouls out with a career-high 18 points today. Gage Napier is going to trot back into the game. Armstrong He's frustrated with himself on that foul, but still, I mean, he's played himself a great game. It'll be Jordan Carnes to pass in from in front of the scores table with 1:47 to go. Bullitt Central leads by 4 points. Grayson needs a stop. Last thing you can have happen here, too, is a three. And Bullitt Central seems to hit the threes in the biggest times in this game. Langdon chases back, ball knocked away. Logston gets the steal for Grayson County. Logston feeds it back now to Hanshaw. 90 seconds to go. It's a 4-point game. Grayson County trails. Hanshaw thought about pulling up for a three and luckily did not. That probably would have not been the greatest shot in the world. Langdon, though, will pull up from the three straight away. It's missed. Rebound bouncing around. Loose ball picked up by Bullitt Central. It's a good look from Langdon. He was open. When he's open, he usually puts it in. Lee comes up the near side, almost got away with a push-off. Lee jump pass left side to Skaggs. Skaggs being chased backwards now, and now they're going to have to come up with some pressure as Grayson County, and a foul is going to be called on Gage Napier. That'll be his third, and that's now going to be free throws for A.J. Lee. He's 1 of 2 in the game. Last season, Lee was 85.2%. Lee, I know in an article last year written by the local newspaper here, they called him the most anticipated player to play for this Bullitt Central program in at least a decade, and he has lived up to the hype here tonight. Lee in this game has only 13 points, but they have been loud points. 2 free throws coming here, and it's missed the first one. Remains a 4-point game. Grayson lost one of their best rebounders, Brody Armstrong, who just fouled out. And Lee misses both rebounds, but a foul and a rebound by Bullitt Central by Brown. And he is then fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul called on Landon Haycraft. That's his second. And that's where Armstrong's foul hurts, because that now puts Brown at the line. He is also a good free throw shooter, and he makes the first one. And that is what wins and loses games. Rebounding. 78-73 is the game. This would make it a 6-point game, and he does just that. 1 minute to go, 79-73. Grayson County, I mean, you're still in it. 6-point game. Still a lot of time left, and you have some shooters out there on the floor. Logston falls down with the ball. He lost it, though, gives it back out to Hanshaw. Hanshaw pulls up from the right elbow. A high-arcing shot is missed. Napier gets the rebound, and he tried to feed it into Langdon in the far corner, but it's out of bounds, knocked by, I believe it's off of Brown. So it's going to stay Grayson County ball, 45.5 on the clock, 79-73. Bullitt Central, they pass it into Logston, who gets the shot on the right side, and immediately a timeout is going to be taken by Travis Johnston. Jack Logston gets that shot quick. It's a 4-point game, 43.9 seconds on the clock. I mean, Grayson County now has scored 75 points in this game, which I'm now going to have to scan and see the last time that they scored 75 points. I'm doing a quick scan through my good old notes, and this matches a game played at Fairdale on December the 1st, 2018, nearly 5 years to the day, was 75 points scored in that game. Last time that they scored more than 75, though, I'm continuing to look back here through the notes. Right now, though, it doesn't matter. They won that game against Fairdale. They're not winning this game. It doesn't matter how many you score. You just got to score one more point than the other team. I'm looking here. You had 77 against McLean County back in 2015. Inside Lee, guarded by Haycraft. He's double-teamed, curls it around, bounce pass over to the far side, jump pass to Brown into the middle, and he got away with a walk. Lee up top is fouled by Haycraft. That was a big walk missed by the officiating crew. Landon Haycraft fouls Lee. That's his third. 2 coming for A.J. Lee, who missed his last 2. He's 1 of 4 from the game. He was an 85% free throw shooter a year ago. He ain't gonna miss this one. Lee makes both free throws. 81-75, 32 seconds left in the game. Jack Logston Into the middle. 3, top of the key, missed. Short rebound by Hennig. And Hennig is fouled by Haycraft. That'll be Haycraft's 4th. And an overrated chant comes from the Bullitt Central student section pointed towards Jack Logston. Logston's got 20 points in the game. Hennig will shoot 2. He's 2 of 4 in the game. First one is left short. The overrated chant is one of those that I know it comes back to bite you sometimes. You better believe that players don't forget that. Hennig makes the 2nd. That makes it a 3-possession game. 82-75. Napier up the far side of the court with 18 seconds to go. Off to Hanshaw. Grayson County's going to have to start hitting some threes. Hanshaw drives down right side. Layup good for Caden Hanshaw. Clock continues to roll with 10 seconds. They get it up the far side to Lee. Lee is going to be fouled by Hanshaw. That'll be his 3rd with 7.7 on the clock. It's a 5-point game, and that will probably do it. Barring A.J. Lee missing both of these free throws, this game is pretty much over. Bullitt Central scores 82 points to defeat Grayson County in this game, who has scored their most points in a game in nearly a decade. Lee makes the first one, which all but ices it. And they've matched their most points scored in a game since 2015 right now, today. Lee makes both. 84-77. Ball taken away by Bullitt Central. They give it off to Lee, and he will dribble it out. Bullitt Central. And now we're going to have a foul called with 1.3 on Hanshaw. Now we got a shove after the play by Hennig. And now actually multiple Bullitt Central players have left the bench, which by rule, automatic ejections. It should be. That's the rule. Multiple Bullitt Central players left the bench. That's what Travis Johnson's telling the officials. That should be as on the bench for Bullitt Central. 14 left, as did number 4, Caden Sutton. Should be an ejection. And that was just, I mean, Hanshaw probably shouldn't have fouled in that situation because there's 1.1 on the clock, but Hennig also, what are you doing, retaliate at that point? I mean, on really both sides, it's like, come on. It's been a good, clean game. Let's not do it. But that probably will be some free throws for Grayson. I mean, it's 1.3 on the clock, so unless they're calling about 8 technicals on this play. And it should just, I think what they'll end up doing is just calling one on Hennig, and we're done. Let's see. Officials headed over to the scorers table. We're up top, so we can't hear. Foul on Hanshaw, which is what we expected. That's his 4th. Now they're going to pull both coaches in with 1.3 on the clock. They're still talking to the coaches right now. And now they've broken up the huddle. I don't know what they told. They're just handing the official the book. They're going to let him say what it is. It should be multiple ejections on Bullitt Central. They left the bench, which, again, by rule, he just wrote it down on a piece of paper. Let's see what they discuss here. I don't really know as to I mean, that's the one downside to us not being at the scorers table is we can't communicate anything that's being said. It's rare that we are at the scorers table.
Okay, for Bullitt Central, number 4, Sutton, number 13, Lexo, and number 2, Kayatoba have been ejected for leaving the bench.
And that's exactly what they do. Kayataba, number 2, Sutton, number 4, and Lexo, who's already fouled out, have been ejected from the game today for leaving the bench after that. Lexo had already been fouled out, so he's been disqualified twice tonight, technically. And they're now going to give A.J. Lee free throws. I don't think that turns into 6 free throws for Grayson County. But I'm surprised. They also should have a technical foul called on Hennig. Lee is shooting his 2 free throws right now, and he makes his first. I mean, it's now 85-77. It doesn't particularly matter. But And Lee gets the shooter's roll there. 86 points scored by Bullitt Central, and now Jack Logston will go to the line to shoot some free throws. I don't know how many he's going to have. I think we're just going to have 2, I think is what I saw the official point up. And first one by Logston is missed. Second one for Jack is good. He rolls that in. Grayson County will have the ball. They'll be able to pass it in and dribble it out. 86-78, barring a last-second basket by Grayson County, will be our final score today. Napier throws it in. Langdon from half court at the buzzer is no good. It's final score. Bullitt Central defeats Grayson County 86-78. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when hawk moth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
back here to Bullitt Central High School, where the Grayson County Cougars fall tonight 86-78 to Bullitt Central. It's the most points Grayson County scored in a loss since 2011. That was an overtime loss to Owensboro. They scored 85 points in that game. It's their most points scored in a game just in general. I got to find my notes here again. I think you'd have to go all the way back to, of course, now, I mean, if I was good, I would have written this down. Looks like it's their most points scored, and I, of course, now can't find it. It was, I'd have to keep on looking because they scored 78, and I had it marked as 77. That's right. You'd have to go back to the 2014 district tournament when they scored 84 against Whitesville Trinity. So it's been a long time, nearly 10 years since Grayson County has scored this many points in a game, but they drop the contest to fall to 1-1 on the season. I had two Bullitt Central tonight by a final score of 86-78. Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we will run down the scoring from this game, some scores from around the region, and hopefully get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Coach Travis Johnston. Comes up in more. This is the fifth quarter show right here on K105.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
We get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Move the following counties their fortune sequence.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Is Cougar basketball on K105.
Grayson County falls tonight to Bullitt Central by a final score of 86-78. Most points scored in a game in nearly 10 years. Most points scored in a loss since 2011 for this Grayson County team. They fall by a final score of 86-78. We'll try to see if we can't find a score or two to bring you from around the region. As I see a couple that have come through that have at least some interest to this Grayson County team. For one, that St. Xavier game, you thought there were a lot of points scored here. They dropped 119 tonight, and a 119-65 win over WH, who I think might be Walnut Hills. That's the only WH that I can think of. And looking for this, a couple other scores that I see coming through here. As I do the good old scroll through, LaRue County and girls basketball falls to John Harton 68-42. The end of the third quarter. It's been a while since we've had this update, though, come through, so it's probably changed since then. Ohio County was up 8 on Breckenridge County, and Butler County is getting ready to take on. They're taking on a school from Illinois in the Marshall County Hoop Fest down in good old Benton. That game's about ready to tip off down from that neck of the woods. I know John Calipari was in attendance. I know I saw a picture of him sitting with Travis Perry, the state's all-time leading scorer, who is a Kentucky signee. And I'm not sure if he was visiting him or was recruiting or what. I'm not sure if Lyon County played there tonight or what the case might have been. But those are a couple of the scores that I have to bring you from around the region of this game that Grayson County falls 86-78. I mean, you got 3 players in this game that score at least 17 points for Grayson. 21 from Jack Logston, 18 from Brody Armstrong, 17 from Spencer Langdon. Bullitt Central puts 4 players in double figures, including 22 from Ryan Brown, who was unconscious to start. He had 16 points in the first half, 14 of which came in the first quarter. 19 for A.J. Lee, 11 each for Jordan Carnes and for James Skaggs. If you're a Bullitt Central fan joining us today, I should have mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, make sure to join us tomorrow as your girls basketball team makes the trip to Grayson County. We'll have the coverage of that game. Same time, same place as far as whether you're watching or listening, but it'll be at Grayson County High School. Luckily, we don't have to come back here. Not that we don't get treated well here. It's a great place to come, but if we get to pick between the friendly confines and a road spot, we're obviously going to pick the friendly confines for a multitude of reasons. Again, your final score here today, Grayson County drops the contest to Bullitt Central to fall to 1-1 on the season by the final tally of 86-78. We'll take a break, and have more after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm moving the following counties their portion sequence.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bullitt Central High School, where Grayson County falls to Bullitt Central by a final score of 86-78. We're joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, Travis John. You can't hear me?
No.
Now can you hear me?
Yep.
There you go. Sometimes it's better if you don't hear me, probably, in a lot of ways. Final score tonight, 86-78. Joined now by Coach Johnston. And, Coach, I guess I can start with the positive realm of most points scored in a game since February of 2014. Most points scored during a loss since 2011 against Owensboro. How do you unpack a game like that?
It doesn't do all the good scoring that many points when you give up 86. We're playing faster, and we've accepted, last year because we couldn't score as well. The last 6 years we hadn't been able to score and shoot like this. We've accepted that we're going to give up more. We talk about single-digit quarters all the time and holding teams under 50. We've understood that, and we've talked about, hey, now it's going to be a little bit more. Let's give up less than 60. And, Brett County we would have probably if we didn't foul so much and we rebounded better. But tonight, they shot good. But I remember 2 that were contested that they made. We weren't getting out there. We didn't follow the scouting report whatsoever. First play of the game, we talk about no help off of 0 because he's knocked down in the corners, and we help off simple kick for 3. And we talk about number 5, how he makes everything in the corners. That's the only place he shoots from, and we let him loose for 4 of them. And the thing is, none of that was against our press. It was when we backed it up and we got it stopped, because if they beat the press, they pulled it out and they set up. And it was all against our half-court man-to-man, and it's just terrible. And there's no pride in it. And, we don't have anybody that wants to say, we're going to get a stop this possession and gets energy and feeds off that. We only feed off if we make a 3.
I think a couple of players did stand out and play well today. I thought when Brody was in there, especially in that fourth quarter, if we're being honest, that game was close there in that fourth quarter, and then he picked up the 5th foul, and that's when it expanded. I thought in the fourth quarter he was doing what you were wanting. And honestly, Brody, and I think I made this comment to you last year, he reminds me, they're not similar players, but they kind of are in Chandler, where they play so hard. They're going to have a couple of fouls that make you, if you had longer hair, you'd probably rip it out. But at the same time, you can't necessarily be too mad at him because most of his fouls like that are just because he's playing so hard.
Yeah, but the ones that you can are the ones where he fouls 90 feet away after the other team already gets a rebound. And what they don't understand is that stuff adds up. Jack got a foul 90 feet away off a rebound, and then he's got 3 fouls all the third quarter, and he's having to play a little more timid. We can't have Jack play timid, not on the glass, because he has to go out and get it, because he's basically our only guy that can go get balls. It makes you less aggressive on the offensive end because guys are going to slide over, try to take charges on him. We foul a guy at the end of the second quarter, I think it was, 90 feet away. They get 2 free throws. We foul a guy down here when we're not trying to foul yet against our pressure. We just go and slap at them, and that's 2 free throws. And we lose by 8 points. And if they would understand that every possession matters on the defensive end, then we are going to win a lot of games. But we're relying too much on scoring, and we honestly haven't shot the ball well overall individually in the first 2 games, and we've scored 69 and 78. So you're just not going to beat anybody giving up 86 points. You're just not going to. And you got to be able to lock in and get a stop like I thought we did against Brett County in the last minute. But there has to be that consistently, and it's not there until desperation mode when we have to have it and we turn it up. So we're gonna have a lot of defensive drills in practice tomorrow.
Are you seeing what you want to see from them in the locker room right now? Do you think like something like this today, where they look up at the scoreboard and they see, ooh, 86. That's a couple more. They hit a couple more threes, and that's 100.
Yeah.
Do you think they're like, oh, maybe this is a problem?
I hope so. I think we've spelled it out pretty clear for them, but I hope. Unfortunately, I hope that it takes a game like today where teams hit a lot of threes and they matched our ability to shoot and we give up 86. Hopefully that shows you that we can't. You're going out having to depend on yourself to score 75, 80 points every game, and that's just not – if you play bad, you're done. And we got to be able to – and you're not going to beat good teams that way. So I hope they understand it. I haven't done a good enough job in half-court man to make them understand it. But hopefully this will turn it. But we got to have more guys that want playing time. Have to focus defensively. We got a bunch of guys coming in, and even some of our starters that we're thinking, well, I got to get going. I got to score. That's how you get going. Well, I would love somebody to come in and take a charge, and that's how you get somebody going. That's the most unselfish thing you can do in basketball, and we don't have anybody that's coming in saying, I'll shoot an open 3, I'll take an open 3, but I'm going to make sure I rebound the ball. I'm going to make sure I'm in the help side every single time. And we just don't have that. We have a lot of guys who think I'm going to play more, I need to play more because I'm going to go make shots, and that's not how it works.
coming up on Tuesday, your next game, you get time to fix some of these problems, but on Tuesday you go up against, in my eyes, maybe the best, one of the two best teams in the region, I think, and you go to their place and do it. An Ohio County team that beat Breck tonight 54-48. Now, one thing with that is Decker did not play tonight. So I know that he's questionable whether he'd play next week on Tuesday or not. Regardless, I know you have to prepare for him. He is a phenomenal basketball player, and I feel like has been there since
long time. I guess people
played.
thought
Did
that.
you play
I was going to say,
against
I guess people said that about me too, but
and
it feels like he's been there a while.
They're going to say that about Jack too.
Yeah.
But how do you try and bounce back against, and even with a game like that too, you could go out there and lose by 5, and not that you want to lose, but you can still make it feel better going up against a really, really good basketball team on Tuesday.
Well, I tell you what, if we don't lock in defensively, they'll hang 90 on us too. They shoot that good, and they're that big and strong. We're going to have a very hard time rebounding against them.
With or without Decker.
Yeah, it just starts in practice, and we're not a very good practice team. We're young, and we don't have a lot of experience and leadership and things like that, but it starts in practice, and we got to get them to understand that that's where you get better throughout the season, is in practice and changing your mindset and things like that. But it starts tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be a lot of defense and a lot of rebounding and things like that. But because I'm not worried about our offense. I don't have to. I've called, maybe I can count on my hand. I know I can count on both hands how many sets I've called in 2 games. We don't have to run a lot of stuff because we pass the ball and we move it so well. But we can't give up 86 points again. It's just we're never going to win that way.
Coach, appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Travis, that's head coach Travis Johnston. Cougars fall tonight to Bullitt Central. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County drops tonight's game to Bullitt Central by a final score of 86-78. Running down the scoring from this game, first for Bullitt Central, 22 from Ryan Brown, 19 for A.J. Lee, 11 each for Jordan Carnes and for James Skaggs, 9 each for Ethan Hennig and Corbin Key, 5 for Dominic Lexo. For Grayson County, 21 points for Jack Logston, 18 Brody Armstrong, 17 for Spencer Langdon, 8 for Gage Napier, 5 for Kobe Martin, 4 Caden Hanshaw, 3 Landon Haycraft, and 2 for Zach Bratcher. We invite you to join us tomorrow evening as the Lady Cougars will take on this Bullitt Central team as the girls version rather of the Bullitt Central team. 7 o'clock will be the start time of that, 7 Central. Be able to watch it on K105 Digital Productions or listen on K105 or come out and support the girls as well as they try and take on a really talented Bullitt Central team as well. Next up for the boys will be on Tuesday. It'll be a girl-boy doubleheader in Hartford against Ohio County. 6 o'clock will be the start of the girls' game. Boys will follow probably about 7:30, 7:45 or so of that one. We'll, of course, have the coverage of that right here, K105 and K105 Digital Productions. That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Abby Hallett, and your director was Trey Cook. So tonight, where Grayson County falls to Bullitt Central by a final score of 86-78, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health.